So there's a new voice note that's been going round, and it's curled from TikTok. This conversation happened earlier between Imisi and her mom, and it does look like this rape story is actually very, very false. And another point to also state is that from this voice note, you would note that the mother did not chase her away like she mentioned. That rape story, apparently the mother was not aware of that rape story, neither was her grandmom aware of the rape story. So from this particular conversation, you could practically tell that Imisi lied about that story. Maybe she wanted to look in a certain type of way by telling that story. But again, even if as a person you didn't want to say that story, you didn't want to put out that content in a way that you didn't want to tell your people, because again, you could be so ashamed of the story that you didn't want to open up to anybody. And yes, it is possible that you didn't tell anybody about it. You just found your way around it. It is possible at that age. And then, but by adding the stew, adding the salt, adding something more into that story just tells the kind of manipulation that you have put up in order to make yourself look in a certain type of way. Now, I wouldn't say because of that story she won the show. No, she didn't tell that story in the first week. Neither did she tell that story in the second week. She didn't tell that story in the third week. She told that story around 2 weeks to the end of the show, two or 3 weeks to the end of the show. By then, she had already won every other time she was on. So you could, if you look at the charts, you wouldn't say, oh, it was because of that. That's the reason why she won the story, why won the money. But after all, I mean, every other person, I mean, told their own story in the house, and you know, as gory as crazy as it could sound, I mean, you cannot really say as a person that their story did not resonate. I mean, we heard about Thelma Lawson's story. We heard about Ivata's story. We heard about Sultana's story. So you can't really say that it's their story that pushed them to the point where they are, or to the point of winning. It's not that story per se, but for the fact that she told it in such a way that seemed like she was chased out at 12, and her mom was aware of the so-called pregnancy or the rape, and she was not aware, and she didn't do anything about it, smacks of somebody who is crazily highly manipulative and very unforgiving. Let me play this particular audio for you, the conversation that existed between her and the mother. Again, it's an audio you can't really hear. It's mostly a Yoruba, okay? But I've been able to deduce whatever it is. I've summarized whatever it is that came up from the conversation. You would know that the mother was not aware. The mother did not chase her away. And then she started apologizing. Started apologizing to the mom. It's that crazy. Okay. So let's go there. Plan work. So she planned it. Ready to lead the future of A. Are you guys really watching this? Are you seeing the conversation? Are you listening to the conversation between these two? Mother and daughter. What a mess.
Dàbí tó bá jẹ́ pé mo ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹ̀rí tí mo lé ẹ síta lọ́mọdún 12 tí ò kì í ṣàwọn big mommy àwọn ìyá bàbá ẹ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n bàbá ẹ àtàbúrò bàbá ẹ tó lé ẹ jáde.
Well, that's how far I can go with that. For those who understand Yoruba very well, I'm sure you must have deduced or practically, read through all of what was said on that, and you understand what exactly is going on. It's clear that this lady lied about that particular incident. But again, I don't think that people use that story to vote for her. But it's just unfair to the mother to say that she chased her out of the house, and beyond chasing her out of the house, she got pregnant because of the chasing, and the mother abandoned her, and she went through all those things together. So all alone. So it means that she was, by what I've deduced, she was wayward, and wayward to the extent of her getting into the mix of sleeping with someone. She might not have necessarily even been raped. It might be her consenting to whatever had happened to her at that time. Who even knows whether she even got pregnant? Because at this point, if you can lie on your mother, you can freaking do anything. Like, if you can lie on the mother, on the woman who gave birth to you to this extent, without even blinking an eyelid, without even stopping her from doing the things that she's been doing, and you are quiet and people are dragging her to this point, you must be a demon. Sorry to say. I'm serious. I don't care whatever anybody says about this, but you must be, at this point, anybody who is on the side of Imisi, you just have to go check yourself. Maybe I would recommend you to Faith, the doctor, to assist you with checking yourself, and that would be fine, frankly speaking, because I don't understand what you are dragging or what you are supporting Imisi for. Doesn't this expose everything? Why is she apologizing? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But the world have got to move on. That's the world we live in. And up until this moment, Imisi haven't actually, seen the need to come out and address some of these allegations. And you think right inside of her, she's cool and she's okay. She just wants the thing to fizzle away. This kind of thing never really fizzles away. But when anybody sees you, that girl that couldn't take care of her parents, her mother at least, and then the narrative pours out. Married to four different men and have 10 kids. Really? So what? So what? So what? Your personal life? So if she did that, does that vitiate or does that allow Imisi to run with the lie she is telling on her? Does that make Imisi a saint in our eyes? If she did that, and so what? Should we also talk about your personal life? What you do, what you did, what you've been doing in your own personal life? Should that even come as a defense for someone like Imisi who has lied against their mom? You guys don't even know what you're joking with. You don't even know what you are in, like what this is about. It's going to impede badly. We're going to be here. I'm going to tell you even more when it comes out. It's going to impede and impugn badly on the ministry's life. Don't say I didn't warn you. If you know her, care about her, she listens to you, call her to order.